Big changes could turn Bloomington Normal's busiest road into a safer and more accessible way of travel. A draft plan has been in the works for a long-awaited reinventing of Veterans Parkway. The McLean County Regional Planning Commission released that plan after about 2 years of study and input. It includes ways to improve overall safety and travel along the 10-mile road with notable additions of crosswalks and shared paths.
Hopefully, this plan will address, if not all, but most of the issues, but it's going to take time, as any road projects, as we know.
The draft plan is now up for community review until August 31st. Once that window closes, there will be a presentation of the final plan.